But first, let's kick it off with your headlines, and we start with that McKee Road meeting recap. We're going to take you out to that meeting right now. Take a look.
The project has really been broken up into 3 phases. In 2014, the first phase happened from Fish Hatchery Road, which is over here, to Seminole Highway. It was a reconstruct, resurface of the project. The next phase is in 2020, and it's part of the Verona Road. This is Verona Road as you head to Verona, from Fitchburg Road to Commerce Park Drive. And then we're talking about the section that isn't highlighted here, right? Commerce Park Drive to Seminole Highway. Again, it's going to be maintained as a 4-lane section throughout, and it's 2020 construction, which is the same time that the road will be constructed. The last phase of the Verona Road interchange here will be constructed. So all of this, from basically Target all the way over to this intersection, will be under construction in the same summer in 2020. We want to replace the deteriorating pavement. We're trying to minimize the right-of-way acquisitions and impacts. That's the goal of the project overall, and we heard that from you guys when we were here last time. Let's try to minimize that. We want to do that. That is a goal. We want to incorporate intersection improvements, though. We're trying to increase the capacity, improve the intersection operations and how they operate, all the different directions operating together. And we want to address the current and future development throughout really the south part of Fitchburg that kind of feeds this intersection as you head to the north. We want to enhance the bike and the pedestrian accommodations throughout the corridor, which you'll see in the typical section. And then we want to construct that grade separated crossing. So there's that at-grade crossing at the Badger State Trail just west of here where you got the flashing lights. We're going to separate that, if you recall from last time. So what you're seeing here is there is no bike lane on the street. It's just 2 lanes of traffic in each direction. And then the bikes and the pedestrians will be on facilities off-street, 10-foot asphaltic paved path, like any other multi-use path you probably see throughout the city of Fitchburg. So what can we do? How can we improve it? So we took into some consideration, and we left the dual left here, but we shifted the entire roadway down into this parcel where the pond is. Before, this was right up against this right-of-way line here. Now the road shifted down about 20 feet, Jared, I'd say. We shifted the road about 20 feet this way and still tried to line up this through movement, so it was a nice straight through movement, and provided 2 left turns still that went this way. So nothing's changed as far as the operations, but we pulled the whole roadway down. So the pros to that is there still is a little impact over here to that landscaping, but it all stays within the right-of-way. None of it goes over into across this line. It all kind of stays right onto the edge of the right-of-way here. So there is a little bit of impact there yet. And it still accommodates all the future traffic, but the cons are that we do start to impact a little bit of the grading and the issues along this pond. Let's just have a single left here and turn into here. 1 left turn. And we did that, and you'll notice as part of this is I'm going to keep space right here. So we're going to keep extra space here, and we're just going to push this road in down here. So you could still build it in the future here if you had to add it, and you could add another turn lane in that median if you wanted later. So we'd get rid of it for now. We wouldn't have to cut as many, if not a lot of those trees down along this route today if we just kept a single left turn, and guess what? It does work. And before we said we had to raise this road through here 8 feet because we had to get these two to be able to see each other as they're approaching. The problem is this is so low. As a car is approaching from the north, they get stuck down here in this kind of lower spot. They can't see up over this intersection at cars this way. So this has to be split phased. We have to let all this traffic go, then we have to let all this traffic go instead of letting them run together. So in order to go to a single left though, we have to raise this profile. If we go to minimum standards through there, we can go down to 4 feet. So the curves change a little bit. The curves are enough to see each other, minimum standard wise, to be able to provide a better phasing of those signals, but you do have 4 feet. So instead of the 8 foot, I'm more at like kind of the 3.5 to 4 feet, right in this area.
In addition to shifting the road.
In addition to shifting the road, it will still come up 3 to 4 feet right in here. You know, in here it's a couple feet, 3, 4 feet, couple feet, and then we have to blend out. And when I say 3 to 4 feet, I do not mean 3 to 4 feet down here in the landscaping. That's going to slightly start to blend out onto a slope. So as we come off of this roadway, you know, by the time we get down to the landscaping, it has to go to 2 feet to 1 feet to blend right back in. So it's a minor change down there. The hard part about the landscaping though is it has to be pulled back out in order to get that blending to occur. And it's whether the city's decision to allow that to go back in the way it was, that's still to be determined. But this is where we're at today.
If they change the grading here and we do get more stormwater, and he thinks it may not be a problem, but he has to know that it won't be a problem, then who pays for the damage when my house or my basement floods again? You know, who do I go to then?
We looked at the drainage coming into this area, or I did, and it involves an area that's a lot bigger than was originally designed for. And over the years, cumulative developments that have gone in, ponds, stormwater issues, everything just kept adding and adding and adding. And before we go any further with this, I want to make sure that it's not going to get any worse, for sure. And I had asked Strand and Associates to look at the entire drainage area, which is about 160 acres that drain into this now. I want to make sure that it doesn't get worse. I want to see if there's some quick fixes we can do that won't impact downstream or upstream.
There you have it. We'll get that full meeting posted up for you over on our Gov channel, plus on video on demand. It'll be available all next week. Continuing on with headlines today, this is a nice program coming up at the Fitchburg Senior Center, and it is titled Have Your Doctor Visits at Home. So it should be have your doctor visits at home. Let me just read that right. But either way, this is on January 17th at 1 p.m. Yeah, it's going to be a full program on if you want to have your doctor come to you. You'll see the benefits and everything else in between. We'll also be recording this one, so if you miss it, you'll be able to watch it right here on the F2Com channel. Have your doctor come to you. Pretty cool indeed. Also, Fitchburg Senior Center has those weekly wellness checks going on starting at the beginning of January. Now we have weekly wellness checks here. No appointment necessary. So here you go. Looks like Thursdays at 10 a.m. To 12 p.m. at the Fitchburg Senior Center Wellness Room. You've got services including blood pressure checks, glucose checks, weight monitoring, and individual education on chronic health problems, healthy lifestyles, diet, nutrition, medication management, and more. Well, I could use this, let me tell you. Either way, stop on by. You can check in. Again, no appointment necessary, and it is in their wellness room. That's pretty cool. From the Fitchburg Public Library, they've got some fun events coming up. I thought I'd highlight a few of those from the adults, the kids, and the teen sections of the library. Let's start with this one, the Art Salon, Yarn Crafts. Yeah, this is for adults. Let's be on January 17th, 6 to 7 p.m. at the Fitchburg Public Library meeting room, calling all crafters ages 9 through adult. Spend the evening at the library's adult salon making yarn crafts. This fine arts program is a perfect bonding experience for a parent and tween/teen duo. Yeah, I'm in for it. How about this? Library Kids, they've got Beauty Fun Story Time on January 18th at 10:30 a.m. It goes 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Fitchburg Public Library. Don't hesitate or join us here, what it says, for a Barrier Fun Story Time. That's going to be interesting. Barrier, not beauty, barrier. I'm not winning today on reading here. Ages 2 to 5, stop in at the library. Should be a good time. And finally, this weekend, for you teens, you've got the do-it-yourself terrarium. Yeah, we talked about this one on the show a little bit earlier this year, or this month. Earlier this year, too. January 13th, this weekend, 3 to 4 p.m., Fitchburg Public Library. Add some green to your space this winter with the do-it-yourself terrarium. All materials will be provided, registration required. You need to call the Youth Services Desk at 608-729-1762 to sign up. This is ages 13 through 17. Yeah, make sure you call to get registered for those great events. All right, coming up on Monday, City Hall's closed, guys and gals, and everybody else in between. Yeah, we're closed. City Hall will be closed on Monday, on observance of Martin Luther King Day. So we'll reopen back up on Tuesday. But in case you want to drop off your tax payments, your property tax payments, there is a 24-hour drop box located in the foyer of City Hall. So you can drop that off. Even though we're closed, stop on by and make those payments. It's clearly labeled too. You can't miss it, I guarantee it. And finally, since we are not open on Monday, we're not going to have Talking Fitchburg, the show, the daily show, but we are going to have a recap of what happened in 2017. That's right, the 2017 Talking Fitchburg recap show will be 11 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. on Monday. So no regular show, but you'll want to check out this. And these are, again, some of the stories we worked through Talking Fitchburg from the past year, month by month. It's a really great opportunity to see all the exciting things that happen here in the city of Fitchburg.